What's up, YouTube? Just wanted to get something off my chest, man, that I've been thinking about for a long time. The dating market right now, and I'm no longer on the dating market. Thank God for that. But really, just want to know what in the world is going on with y'all. Like, women can't be nice to men, men can't be nice to women. Every time I go on social media, somebody is like bashing the other. It just seemed like are we at war with each other? Like, what happened to people being nice to each other? It's everybody's getting bashed. Everybody's bashing the other one. Like, what happened to everybody getting along? I really don't know if it's because of the music or the media. They always say nice guys finish last, but dang, what happened to humanity? Like, I can't. I searched even on YouTube. Like, I'm trying to see like when men and women get along, or when men and women being nice to each other, and I can't even get that. I can't even get a video of that. Let's see here. Women are actually attracted to nice guys.
So, number one, first and foremost, here's why I'm making this. And no, it's not clickbait. Okay, you see the title, Women Are Actually Attracted to Nice Guys. It's not clickbait. And the reason why I'm making this is because I see a lot of guys who are down a certain rabbit hole that are completely like stuck in this mindset of, oh, I'm all tough, I'm all brash, I'm so high value. But they still can't meet, approach, attract any of the girls they want. And this was inspired from my vacation this week because I was in Vegas for a few days. And what I saw, like, I'm very observant, you know, like when I'm constantly observing everybody. Like, I observe everybody who's around me. I observe the mannerisms of, you know, people I'm out with. I observe just like people. Okay. And I would constantly see these guys who, you know, you can tell like they're dressed up or they're looking a certain way. I was staying at the Aria. I was there for 3-4 nights, and you can see they're dressed a certain way, they're looking a certain way, they're trying to look all tough, and then, you know what I'm saying, like they're that dude and that other guy that he's checking out, like, you know, that girl, they're like, oh, you know, she's cute, but then they walk right past it, don't do anything. And I would watch this happen over and over as guys wouldn't actually talk to the girls they want. Guys wouldn't talk to the girls that they're attracted to. And I find this very interesting because for probably so many men who are, you know, wanting to have a great life, you know, have a desirable woman who's in love with them and actually have a fulfilled relationship, it really surprises me how many men don't actually understand that women like nice guys, just not in the way that you think they do. So this isn't clickbait. You have to sit with me for the next 5 to 15 minutes to understand this, because here's who this is for. If you've been indoctrinated into so many masculinity alpha concepts for the past years, like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, if you've been indoctrinated into all this red pill sauce for so long, like, you got to understand your brain and your belief system has been shifted. Okay,
Is that where it started with this red pill, blue pill concept, which I still don't really get. I mean, I know it's off of the Matrix, but I still don't actually get it. I mean, people are who they are. I mean, you can definitely be indoctrinated by what you consume and what the content that you watch. And so, is that where it started? Is red pill like content where everything started? Because I feel like it was well before that. I don't know. I feel like, it's just my opinion, I feel like women have always had the upper hand, and, you know, even for a man to approach a woman, it takes a whole lot of courage, but, you know, I was always taught the worst thing they can say is no. And if you're not afraid of no, then, you know, you can talk to anybody. Even if you aren't interested, just in the habit of talking to people, man, it goes a long way. Even if you just see a female and you just like, hey, what's up, man? Like, how you doing? My name's so and so. Even if you just do that and walk off, just getting into that repetition will go a long way. You don't have to, you know, women already have this preconceived notion of what you want. Like, you already have this agenda, like, why is he coming up to me? And if you know, go the opposite of what she thinks your agenda is, just saying, hey, what's up, you know, thought you were pretty, and walk off, she gonna be like, oh, that was nice. But to be like nice guys finish last, is that being nice, or are they saying nice guys as in weak guys? Because there's a total difference.
It's been shifted by people, it's been shifted by books, it's been shifted by influencers. I'm not saying you have to disregard all of that content and that great, amazing information you've probably received that 100% has helped your life in some way, shape, or form. I'm not telling you that at all. What I am telling you is I want you to be open to new experiences, because if you've consumed all of that content and you still don't have the dating life that you want, this is for you. So where am I going with this? Okay. In order for me to truly hammer this point across and the right way, we have to get something clear, because there's two types of guys. There is guys who are nice because they want to be, and there's guys who are nice because they have to be. Okay.
That's huge. Absolutely. If you working on yourself and you doing the right things, you going to the gym, you in shape, man, you being nice because you want to be. But if you out of shape, living at your mom's, which I know it's a hard market right now, but if you not doing anything to better yourself, you have to be nice.
Let's break down both of these. Guys who are nice because they want to be, okay, this is how they act and this is how their mannerisms are. They're very nice to women. They're pleasing to be around. They create great dates. They create great chemistry with the woman. They're very, like, they have good, pleasing interactions. Like, if you walked up to that girl that was with that guy and you said, hey, is he good to be around? She would say, yes, absolutely. The experience was amazing. He's nice because he wants to be. Here's the difference, though. That guy, if he's nice because he wants to be, can turn it off if reciprocity isn't there. Okay, so this is how I operate everything in my dating life. Reciprocity has to be there. Reciprocal. I expect reciprocal treatment. So I will constantly create amazing dates with women, create amazing experiences with women. Okay, I'm going to make them feel extremely special. We're going to be snuggled up on the couch together. Okay, she's going to feel very soft and very flirty. These are good things. Like, she's going to feel an extremely strong emotional pull towards me. Okay, but since I'm being nice to her, I also expect that back, which means that the reciprocity aspect is so much. So what I'm trying to tell you is this: as a man, if you want to be nice because you want to be, the key to this on the back half is you can never become so emotionally attached and so whipped that you are willing to just bend and break regardless of her treatment.
Simpleton. Don't be a simpleton, is what he's saying. Don't just do whatever she wants to at the end just because you want to be nice. Nah.
And so I'll give you an example. Since I expect reciprocity, a reciprocal treatment of being nice, that means if I'm going to do all these things, well, I obviously want the girl to be nice back to me. If not, why would I want to be with her? Here's what you have to understand, though. That is extremely different from the guy who is nice because he has to be. The guy who is nice because he has to be, the problem is he has no backbone. Okay, so here's what I mean by this. What he will do is the girl's treatment will be very bad to him. Like, she'll start to display low interest. She'll start to maybe test, or all of a sudden there's just responses or fights or arguments that he's not necessarily starting. And all of a sudden what will happen is he will continue to give and give and give. Okay, that is extremely different from being nice because you want to be. If you're nice because you want to be, and you want to have good, pleasing experiences with women, you're doing this for the betterment of the whole. You're doing this for the betterment of the relationship. You're doing this for the betterment of both of you. Every single time in my life I've operated this way, you guys, you get better sex. You get more of it. You also start to have like quality women who want to stick around because of how they're treated. Like, you get women who constantly ask, do I get to see you again soon? When do I get to see you? Are you busy? Do you need anything from work? I mean, when you master this, I've been working like a full day. I'll have women just randomly ring the doorbell, drop off like a big burger from my favorite restaurant and leave and just say, got you something special, kissy face. We're not even exclusively dating, but that's the lengths they'll go to. Why? Because they're being treated properly. They're being treated like a woman should. And if you want attractive women to stick around in your life, you're not going to be able to get away with treating them like assholes. You're not going to get to just treat them like complete shit. Expect them to keep wanting to sleep with you. Expect them to keep wanting to see you. Expecting her emotions not to go emotionally volatile and haywire. And you think that girl is going to want to keep coming over to your house and sleeping with you. This is some of the most backward shit I've ever seen. Anybody out there who's telling you you have to treat all these girls extremely poorly or create volatile emotional responses. Like, you got to understand just how quickly that will tarnish the relationship. So to recap again, you have to understand.
And that's what I think FNF was trying to do, like trying to be hard on women. And I'm like, man, that's not the way. That's not the way to do things. That's not the way to treat women. Like, you're supposed to treat women with respect, as if they were like your mom or something, like your aunt, your grandma. Like, I was raised by a whole bunch of women, so that's probably why I treat women differently. But nonetheless, man, you can't be hard on women. You can't be dogging them, treating them like trash, and expect for them to stay, and then want to call them crazy for not, doing what you want to do. When you ask them, like, or make you a sandwich, or rub your back, or whatever, just anything. Be that peace that everybody says. So I agree 100%, man. Just keep
Yeah,
going.
a guy who's nice because he has to be. No, a woman doesn't want that because he has no backbone. He's not able to walk away from the relationship. He's not able to walk away. A guy who's nice because he wants to be, what he can do is he can walk away from the relationship at the drop of a hat if reciprocity isn't there, if he's not getting reciprocal treatment. So if I'm creating all of these great relationships with women, if things start to go south, or they're being very mean to me, or they're pulling away, or being rude, or displaying like immature behavior, yeah, I'm not going to be nice to them anymore. They're not going to get a text back from me. They're not going to get a call back from me. But that's as far as I'm going to take it. And the key to this is not caring so much and not over investing so much to the point where you keep giving and keep giving. And the guy who's nice because he has to be, that guy will just keep giving. He'll keep saying, what did I do wrong? He knows he didn't do anything wrong, but he'll keep just going to these lengths to try and please her. So they're two completely different aspects. Dating should be one of the easiest things that a guy has to do in life because it's natural. It's rooted in your human biology. The key to realize is, like, if you've been so deep in your own belief system with all of these other red pill topics or all of this other BS that's left you in a standpoint where you're still home by yourself every single night without a robust dating life, yeah, you're going to have to do things differently. Treat people good. Treat the women in your life good. Okay? Give good experiences to women. Yes, that makes you a nice guy, but you can be a nice guy with a backbone that's willing to walk away. Like, you don't need to get your panties in a wad over any of these. If girls start to act the wrong way towards you, maybe they're not nice, maybe they're not flirty, maybe they are being rude to you, or they're displaying low interest. Well, yeah, okay. It looks like it goes two ways. And it doesn't matter how pretty she is, like, you're willing to walk away. But that doesn't mean you need to carry yourself as some badass who's going to just completely act the wrong way, treat people rude, and expect to get away with that. I'm telling you, these guys who are telling you to do that, they don't have the quality of relationships you think they do. They
Only for their money. That's the only reason they're around them, is for their money.
don't. When you treat girls so poorly, you got to understand it creates toxicity, emotional volatility. She might maybe come back over and stay with you one or two more times. You guys might sleep together a few more times, but you watch. Her sexual interest in you is going to dry up so quick. It's going to dry up because she doesn't feel the right way. She doesn't feel like she can be safe with that man. She doesn't feel like she can trust that man. Right? If pregnancy were to happen, she doesn't feel safe with him. It's emotionally volatile so much to the degree that she doesn't know what to do. And you watch, slowly she withdraws. Slowly she closes off. Slowly she's emotionally distant. And then she hates you. And by the end of it, yeah, you maybe slept with her 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. By the end of it, she hates your guts. She tells all of her friends how much she hates your guts. And then you didn't create any quality relationships with her. Do you think that that's good? This is how most guys are living right now. This is how most guys are navigating the world. And the reason why I've totally shifted my content is because this is what I was seeing. Mm-hmm. Even the way I would deliver my messages downstairs on my whiteboard when I would talk about masculinity and whatnot, it wasn't the right way because guys were still walking away with the wrong impression. We're going to leave it at that. I think that I covered this point well. If you like this video, I do want you to...
Oh, yeah. I think he did handle that and cover that pretty well, man. From my perspective, though, which is what I've been trying to say, is that why can't men be nice to women without expecting anything in return? Or if you do expect something in return, I mean, like you said, that reciprocity, like, you have to, the women has to reciprocate being nice. If you're gonna be nice, you can't, take her to the Cheesecake Factory and then she be like, oh, what the hell we doing here? Shout out to my girl, whatever her name is. But yeah, like, she gonna get out the car, she going back to the crib, she going back to her house, and I'm not gonna, speak to her again. But at some point, you have to. There's a fine line between nice and weak, and so you can't just be nice for the sake of being nice if the woman's not, being nice back. So obviously, he did cover that well. But I just wanted to know, like, why can't men and women be nice to each other without, bashing each other all the time? Is it because of social media? Is it because of podcasts? Is it because of, women are seeking something more than the average man? What is it about, today's day in life that it has people acting crazy and distasteful towards each other? Like, what happened to humanity? Is it lack of religion? Is that it? People don't have like God, like, tendencies anymore. People aren't going to church. Is that it? Because if so, man, y'all need Jesus. Like, oh, I don't know. I really don't. But like I said, man, if you're a man and you just go up to a beautiful woman because you think she cute, you just be like, hey, how you doing? My name's so and so. Just wanted to come over and introduce myself. I thought you were pretty. Are you seeing anybody right now? If she says no, okay, cool. I mean, can I get your socials? Can I get your contact information? Something like that along the lines. Just some. If she says no, all right, walk off. Cool, it was nice to meet you. That's it. That's all you gotta do. But 9 times out of 10, if you come at her the right way, she she ain't gonna be, standoffish. And if she is, then that's not the one anyway. Because she thinks she better than, humanity. She better than the average person. She thinks her shit don't stink. That ain't the one for you. And 9 times out of 10, that ain't the one for a lot of people. Until she changes her attitude, she ain't gonna get the man that she looking for or that she thinks she expects. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that, man. Let's see what a woman's side is. Let's see what a woman has to say.
Is why nice guys finish last. Now, it is a known thing. Nice guys finish last. Women hate nice guys. Women hate nice guys, blah, blah, blah. Here's the reality. Women do not hate nice men. That's just not true. But what we do dislike is men who lack masculinity. Now, a lot of nice guys tend to be men who also lack other masculine traits that women find attractive. And what they do is they blame their nice nature as to why they have no success with women, when really it has nothing to do with their niceness, but everything to do with their lack of masculinity. And it's quicker and easier to blame it on your nice nature. But really, if you take a man who is super, super nice, but he's still masculine, he's still risk-taking, he's still a leader, he still has boundaries. When you take a man who still has masculine traits and is nice, he ends up having hyper success with women. But when you take a man who's nice by default because he can't exercise his masculinity, he can't say no, he can't set boundaries, he can't exert his dominance, of course women are not going to find that attractive. And it's just quicker and easier for a guy to say women hate nice guys. But if you replace that with women hate femininity, women hate people pleasers, then you're onto something. And the reality is women, and I think it's men as well, I think nice women finish last as well. Nice girls get treated terribly compared to difficult women. If you look at their overall investment that they receive from a man, they get treated terribly in comparison. Because there's something about people pleasers that turns us off. It turns men and women off. Because what happens when you're being nice is the difference between being nice and being a good guy is the nice guy desexualizes himself. And how he desexualizes himself is by foregoing what he truly wants for the sake of peace and harmony. So what he will do is, a nice guy might feel uncomfortable with the situation, might not like something that's going on, might be uncomfortable, might feel distaste, whatever it is. But because he doesn't want confrontation, he will sacrifice truth in order to gain harmony. But
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, man. You can't just be going with the flow, and even if somebody's wrong, just for the sake of not being in a confrontation. I mean, that's what we here for, man. We supposed to, argue. Like, if we ain't arguing, then shoot, do I even love you? If I'm just going with everything you say to avoid conversation or confrontation, or even with a man, I mean, if he's doing something wrong, or comes up to you and does something to you or your lady, like, you ain't just gonna let that go. You can't just let that go. You gotta have a backbone. You gotta have some type of nuts about you. It's a fight, and if you get punked, I mean, what does that say about you? You can't be like that, man. Most people, like I said, if you be nice to them, they'll be nice to you. But if somebody's just being a d-head, then hey, you gotta stick up for yourself. And if a woman is being, distasteful to you, then you gotta stick up for yourself. Or your woman. That's what leadership qualities are. And if you like those, I mean, it's gonna be tough for you to keep a woman. That's just my thoughts, man. Let me know y'all comments below.